In the realm of quantum mechanics, time takes on a different character. The concept of superposition suggests that particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, challenging our classical understanding of cause and effect. The role of time in quantum entanglement, where particles become correlated in ways that defy classical logic. The ancient Greeks had two concepts of time: kairos, representing a moment of opportune action, and chronos, referring to the linear, chronological time.
From what is atomic to what is cosmic, everything is cyclical. If there are no cycles happening, there is no physical possible. When I said, if you take a tangent or if you take the centrifugal to ride away from the cycles of time, that means being spiritual.
Before we talk about space and time, let's first watch Sadhguru's video.
The most beautiful thing about time is if you do something, it passes by. If you do nothing, it passes by. If you're joyful, it passes by. If you're miserable, it passes by. It's absolutely just, no matter who you are, how you are, for everybody it passes at the same speed. Only thing is, our experience of the time could be different depending upon how intensely we live or how slack we are. If you're very slack with life, it looks like time is passing by very slowly. If you're very intense, time just flies by. But in reality, time is happening to all of us at the same pace. These cycles of time whether it's minutes or hours or days, or months or years that go by, these cycles of time anything that's cyclical is naturally repetitive, but anything that is cyclical also has a centrifuge or a centrifugal force, a force which is always trying to go away at a tangent from the circle. If you ride this centrifugal force of time, we say you're spiritual. If you are caught up in the cycle of time, then that's being material. If you're crushed by the cycles of time, then we say you're a suffering creature. It is the same cycle. Either you can be crushed by the cycle, or you can be trapped in the cycle, or you can ride the cycle. To ride the cycles of time, not to be trapped in it, definitely not to be crushed by it. Time is a crushing experience for a lot of people. Yes. Anything cyclical has this ability that it can crush you, or it can trap you, or you can ride it. In the yogic way of looking at things, we see time. Time is referred to as kala. Kala means both time and space. Kala means darkness. Darkness means that which does not stop light. Understand? Understand? If there is light going by, you won't see it. Only if it's stopped by something, you see it. So that which does not stop light is called darkness. So, that which does not stop light is empty space. So both space and time are referred to as kala because they are not seen as two different entities. Only because there is time, space is possible. Because there is time, you can move from point A to point B, so there is space. If there was no time, there was no way to move. The general perception is that because there is space, there is time. But I don't see it that way. Because there is time, there is space. Now, there is time which happens because of cycles. The planet spins once, it's a day. The moon goes around the planet, it's a month. The planet goes around the sun, here we are today. The cycles of time are one dimension of time. There's another dimension of time which is beyond the cyclical nature. This we call as the great time, it's called the Mahakala. There is time and there is greater time. Even when there are no cycles, there is time. But where there is no cyclical movement, there is no physical happening. Everything that's physical in the universe, from what is atomic to what is cosmic, everything is cyclical. If there are no cycles happening, there is no physical possible. When I said, if you take a tangent or if you take the centrifugal to ride away from the cycles of time, that means being spiritual. It's in this context that we know the cycles of time only because of physical reality. If we could measure, what is the speed of an electron around the proton or neutron, we could keep time, atomic time. A bit too much for us. So we measured the planets, how much time it takes to go around the sun. We said it's a year. We went little further down to days and hours and minutes and seconds. But all of them are cycles of the physical existence. If there is no physical existence, we would not know anything that's cyclical. If we did not know what is cyclical movement, we would not know the cyclical nature of the time. But Before existence manifested in its physical nature, there was time. This is called Mahakala. That is an eternal space. You're not watching my words. I'm saying an eternal space. When there was no movement, when everything was still, there was time, but nothing cyclical happening. That dimension of time into which everything dissolved and from which everything sprang up. When certain energy touched it, it took to cyclical movement. When cyclical movement happened, physical happened. When physical happened, we could measure time. Otherwise, time was just space. So the word kala means both time and space.
Space and time, a profound exploration of the cosmos. As we delve into these fundamental dimensions, we shall not only unravel the mysteries that shape the cosmos, but also ponder the philosophical, scientific, and existential implications that they hold for humanity. The cosmic canvas of space, a tapestry of wonders. Space, the vast expanse that cradles galaxies, stars, and planets, is far more than a merry void. It is a dynamic and intricate arena where the dance of matter and energy unfolds in breathtaking cosmic choreography. Our understanding of space has undergone a transformative evolution from the musings of ancient philosophers to the cutting edge revelations of modern astrophysics. In classical physics, space was considered an absolute, unchanging stage upon which the celestial drama unfolded. However, the advent of Einstein's theory of general relativity revolutionized this perspective. According to general relativity, space is not a passive backdrop but a dynamic entity influenced by the presence of mass and energy. Massive objects such as stars and planets warp the fabric of space, creating the curvature that we perceive as gravity. Furthermore, the expansion of the universe itself adds another layer to our understanding of space. The observation of distant galaxies moving away from us led to the formulation of Big Bang theory, suggesting that the universe originated from an extremely hot and dense state. This ongoing expansion implies that the very fabric of space is stretching, unfolding over vast stretches of time. At the microscopic scale, the world of quantum mechanics introduces a different character to space. Particles do not follow classical trajectories but exist as probability distributions, challenging our intuition regarding space as well-defined, a continuous entity. The concept of space-time, introduced by Einstein, unifies space and time into a four-dimensional continuum, providing a holistic framework for understanding the geometry of the universe. The river of time, a journey through the ages. Time, often considered the inexhaustible flow that separates past, present, and future, is a mysterious dimension that has captivated the minds of philosophers and scientists alike. Unlike space, time appears to possess a unidirectional arrow, always advancing and carrying us along its current. In classical physics, time was deemed an absolute and independent parameter, flowing uniformly for all observers. However, Einstein's theory of special relativity challenged this notion, revealing that time is relative and can dilate or contract depending on the observer's motion. The faster an object moves, the slower time appears to pass for it, a phenomenon known as time dilation. General relativity adds another layer to the intricate nature of time by intertwining it with gravity. Massive objects, by virtue of their presence, cause a distortion in the fabric of space-time, affecting the passage for time itself. Clocks placed in stronger gravitational fields tick more slowly, a phenomenon known as gravitational time dilation. In the realm of quantum mechanics, time takes on a different character. The concept of superposition suggests that particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, challenging our classical understanding of cause and effect. The role of time in quantum entanglement, where particles become correlated in ways that defy classical logic, remains a fascinating and active area of exploration. The dance of space-time, the unfinished symphony. One of the grand challenges in contemporary physics is the quest for a unified theory that harmonizes the principle of general relativity and quantum mechanics. General relativity describes gravity as the curvature of space-time, while quantum mechanics deals with the behavior of particles on the smaller scales. The synthesis of these two pillars of modern physics, often referred to as quantum gravity, is crucial for a comprehensive understanding of the cosmos. String theory, a prominent candidate for a theory of quantum gravity, posits that fundamental entities are not point-like particles but rather tiny vibrating strings. These strings exist in a space-time with more than a familiar 3 spatial dimensions and 1 time dimension, potentially offering a solution to the quest for a unified theory. Loop quantum gravity, another approach, views space-time as a network of interconnected loops. This discrete structure of space-time at the quantum level could provide insights into resolving some of the paradoxes that arise when trying to reconcile the continuous nature of space-time with the discrete behavior of quantum entities. Philosophical reflections, the metaphysics of space and time. Beyond the scientific discourse, space and time have been the subjects of profound philosophical contemplation. Space, often considered a metaphorical realm pregnant with possibilities, has intrigued philosophers throughout history. Immanuel Kant, in his Critique of Pure Reason, argued that space is not an eternal entity but a framework within which we perceive the external world. It serves as a transcendental form of intuition that shapes our sensory experiences and provides the stage upon which the grand drama of reality unfolds. Existentialist thinkers such as Jean-Paul Sartre have contemplated the significance of personal space as a reflection of individual freedom and responsibility. For Sartre, our existence is defined by the choice we make within the space we inhabit, and the awareness of our freedom is akin to being condemned to be free. In aesthetics, space becomes a canvas for artistic expression. The vastness of cosmos has inspired artists to convey a sense of awe and the sublime, while spatial arrangements in visual arts and architecture evoke emotional responses. Space, then, is not only a physical dimension but a canvas upon which the human experience is painted. Time, on the other hand, has been a subject of profound philosophical contemplation, often depicted as a river of becoming, carrying us inexorably from the past through the present toward an uncertain future. The ancient Greeks had two concepts of time: kairos, representing a moment of opportune action, and chronos, referring to the linear, chronological time. Friedrich Nietzsche, in his External Recurrence, challenged our perception of time by proposing that life in an infinite cycle, eternally recurring in exactly the same way. This thought experiment challenges us to reflect on the meaningfulness of our choice within the confines of our temporal existence. Martin Heidegger, in his seminal work Being and Time, explored the notion of temporality as an integral part of human existence. He argued that our understanding of being is inherently tied to our temporal experience, and authenticity emerges when we confront our own finitude and engage with the possibilities that time presents. The union of space and time into the concept of space-time, as proposed by Einstein's theories of relativity, adds a new layer to philosophical speculation. The nature of time becomes inseparable from the fabric of space, leading to questions about the fundamental nature of reality and the interconnectedness of all things. Philosopher Hermann Minkowski, building on Einstein's work, famously declared, "Henceforth, space by itself and time by itself are doomed to fade away into merry shadows, and only a kind of union of the two will preserve an independent reality." This union challenges our intuitive understanding of the separateness of space and time, inviting us to contemplate a holistic view of the cosmos. Beyond Einstein, quantum philosophy and the nature of reality. The marriage of quantum mechanics and general relativity, while a profound scientific challenge, also poses philosophical questions about the nature of reality at its most fundamental level. The inherent uncertainties and probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics raise questions about determinism and the very fabric of space-time. The phenomenon of quantum entanglement, where particles become correlated in ways that defy classical notions of causality, challenges our understanding of how separate entities can be interconnected across space and time. It prompts philosophers to explore the implications for concepts like individuality, causation, and the nature of reality itself. Moreover, the potential existence of extra dimensions as suggested by string theory, adds a layer of complexity to our philosophical musings. If the fabric of reality extends beyond the familiar three dimensions of space and one dimension of time, what does this imply for our understanding of existence, consciousness, and the limit of human perception? Human consciousness in the cosmos, the enigma of subjectivity. Central to the philosophical exploration of space and time is the role of human consciousness in perceiving and interpreting these concepts. The subjective experience of time, where moments of joy seem to pass quickly while periods of suffering linger, challenges the objective, linear view of time. In the quest to understand the nature of consciousness, philosophers ponder whether space and time are more constructs of the mind or whether they represent fundamental aspects of an external reality. The interplay between our subjective experiences and the objective nature of the universe remains a profound mystery, inviting ongoing philosophical inquiry. As we stand on the precipice of the unknown, the mysteries of space and time beckon us to continue our journey of exploration and contemplation. It is through this relentless pursuit of knowledge, both scientific and philosophical, that we inch closer to unraveling the profound enigma of our existence within the vast tapestry of the cosmos. Whether gazing at the stars above or reflecting on the passing moments, we are bound by the inseparable dance of space and time, forever intertwined in the fabric of a shared reality. In conclusion, space and time are not just abstract concepts that govern the motion of celestial bodies, they are the very fabric of our existence. The cosmic ballet of space and time shapes our reality, influences our perceptions, and challenges our deepest philosophical convictions. From the grandeur of galaxies to the intricacies of quantum entanglement, the exploration of space and time encompasses the grandest scales and the most intimate aspects of human existence. As we navigate the cosmic expanse and voyage through the river of time, let us embrace the curiosity that has driven humanity to seek understanding. The questions we ask about the nature of space and time are not just scientific inquiries, they are existential quests that define our place in the universe. And so the journey continues, a perpetual exploration of the cosmos that invites us to push the boundaries of knowledge and venture into the mysteries that lie beyond the horizon of current understanding.